is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Friday, April 23rd. You know what you need to do.
What?
Take the day off. That's a long reach. It was weird.
I was thinking you were going to punch it.
I was doing a pull thing.
Oh, I like that. You're good at the pulling. I like every few weeks you go back to the pull, and I like that.
There's only so many things you can do, man. We're sitting here at a table.
We're kind
white.
of coming up on a year, right?
No, that's like August. Coming up. That's like we're coming up on Christmas. We're coming up
on Christmas. Take the day off. Gonna have lots of fun with Santa Claus. We're coming on a year. Take the day off.
How many episodes do you think we've done?
Lord knows.
Let's just August, September, October, November, December, kind of. January. Did we take some time off in March, right? February? I would say we've done 7 full months. We've probably done over 200 episodes of Take the Day Off.
I can tell you right now. While you tell everybody.
Okay, Bramble Jam Plus, everybody. You're going to want to get there. Ad-free podcasting. We may watch High School Musical, maybe, and live stream it for people, if I understand that correctly, and other things. You get there.
According to the Spreaker, this will be our 148th episode.
I'm calling BS. Oh, no, because there's weekends involved. It feels like, I'm not saying I don't. 5 a.m.'s early, first of all.
5 a.m.'s early.
148, I feel like that just is a low ball right there.
Let's just say, though, 148 at, let's say, 15 a pop, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
How many minutes of Take the Day Off have
It's a lot of minutes.
It's a lot of minutes.
It's a lot of minutes, man.
It's a lot of minutes.
Yeah.
It's a lot of days off, too, everybody, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't keep trying.
That's right.
And that's why we're celebrating today, which is a very exciting day. It is National Talk Like Shakespeare Day.
Is it now?
National Talk Like Shakespeare Day.
Shakespeare?
Shakespeare Day.
What Shakespeare are you talking about?
Butternut.
Have you heard about the Psalm 48 butternut?
Schmear is what I was going. I don't know.
You know of a butternut schmear?
I don't know. Yeah.
So you heard Shakespeare and you went to schmear and then jumped from schmear to butternut.
Yeah, that's exactly
Not
what
butternut
happened.
Squash.
No, that's exactly how I got
Just a
there.
butternut schmear. Can I get that bagel with the butternut schmear, please? Base of bagel.
What were you going to say?
I don't remember. It's something in Psalms 48.
Psalm 48?
Have you heard about this?
No.
When King James was commissioning the King James version of the Bible, there was rumors that he had Shakespeare help with the translation. That has never been proven. However, to honor Shakespeare's 48th birthday, if you start at the first word in Psalm 48 in King James and count 48 words, you'll get to the word shake. And if you start at the end of Psalm 48 and count back 48 words, you'll get to the word spear.
That can't be true.
True story. What do you want from me? It's true. I'm not sure if 48 is the correct number. I'm 99% sure it's 48, but it is one of the Psalms. It happens. King James. So that's how you know the King James version is the right version of the Bible. Because King James is sprinkling in Easter eggs.
So what I wanted to do here in Psalm 48 is I wanted to give a quick tip of the hat to my good friend Shake.
Tip of the crown. Tip of the crown to Shaky.
Go Shaky. So I did a little something, and most people wouldn't know it. Share. Yeah, God breathed. Share. But just a little sprinkle of this and that for Shakies.
God breathed, sure. I love that you're doing King James on the DVD commentary.
Yeah. So what we were trying to get across here,
I know the Bible, it's got a big meaning and everything.
That's right.
But what we did here,
listen, you're 48 salt. Like at that point, right? you gotta. It's all like just relax, Dave. Like we get it. Lament.
God breathed and everything is my favorite part of it. That's like 2 Timothy. That's way down the line.
Oh, boy.
But yeah, all of it God breathed for sure. Shakespeare, everybody.
Shakespeare, everybody.
Yeah.
National Talk Like Shakespeare. Very excited for today.
You can't even just talk like people.
I was reading some Romeo Juliet.
Romeo Juliet,
which is a knockoff of Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
It was written by my good friend Shaky.
Shaky.
You remember Shaky?
Oh,
No, he's doing
yeah,
well
right.
now.
Yeah.
But he was writing and doing kind of shocking. He was doing his own thing. It's shaky, sir. We were doing lots of fun stuff, and he was writing this book, and it's just beautiful. And as he was writing this, he was like, "Man, I love Shakespeare. Like, it's just so good." And I wanted to kind of make it modernized, doing all this. I was like, "It's beautiful, Shakes." And he was like, "You want to know somebody who knows a lot about Shakespeare?" And I was like, "Who?" He's like, "Not Dan. But Dan does know about National Talk Like Shakespeare Day."
That's right.
And I said, "Okay, Shaky, okay. Is it true?"
It is true, if you can believe it. And this dates back to an ill-begotten game called the Shakespeare. Okay. It was a bar game that they would play outside of Irish pubs where they would load up this like catapult kind of device with these spears, like very fine-tipped spears. And then it would rotate around and begin to rumble and shake. And then almost like Russian roulette, one of the spears would shoot out. And there were bullseyes all around, and you had to bet on which bullseye the spear would hit as it was shaking. The problem is that they just didn't have the protective equipment needed for the mid-1850s in Ireland, and this caused all kinds of problems with people dying. But it also had there was a part of the game where you had to talk like Shakespeare while the thing was going around, like big money, no whammies. But instead it was like, to be or not to be? That's the question. Hark through yonder window breaks, yay! You had to do that was the only way that if you didn't do that,
you bad luck.
If you didn't do that and you bet, it didn't matter. Your money was gone. You had to go like, tomorrow, this is my thing.
Right.
And while the game,
Give me one more.
Oh, is that Macbeth? Oh, the spot out. Get the spot out of here. So the game didn't
Families
last.
hate each other.
Hamlet.
Woo, cats.
All right, let's go, cats. 5 a.m. comes early, guys. We're doing the best we can. That stuck around, and they established at that time national in Ireland Talk Like Shakespeare Day to remember the game, really. And then they expanded it to international Talk Like Shakespeare Day. Back to you, Brand.
Chicago Shakespeare Theater was inspired to start this day in 2009 based on the popularity of the National Talk Like a Pirate Day. You remember that one?
Oh, I remember it. Maybe.
That day was made official 2 years later when the Illinois Governor Pat Quinn declared April 23rd as National Talk Like Shakespeare Day. That's because Shakespeare died on April 23rd.
So what we did here...
1616.
Matthew 23, all right? Listen. I was going to try. Funny bit.
So here's what we think. What if we just made, some verses super long? One verse, Jesus wept.
Going to be awesome.
It's going to be awesome. People are going to be like, well, it's going to be in trivia for years. It's going to be, that's how we make it relevant. Just 2 words, baby.
I got a brother named John, and I want John 11:35. He's 35. Let's do that verse.
So a couple of fun Shakespeare facts really quickly.
Please.
How many plays do you think he wrote a year after he started writing in 1589?
None, because Shakespeare didn't write any plays. It was all somebody else. That's the thing you don't know about Shakespeare. That's
true?
That's a conspiracy theory that he was not nearly as prolific a writer.
Well, somebody wrote 1.5 plays if you take it all per year, which is very impressive.
What's your favorite Shakespeare?
Don Gleason. And here's the crazy thing: Hamlet and Much Ado About Nothing has been translated into Klingon.
No.
That's what it says here on the document.
People have too
Tracy
much
wouldn't
time.
lie. So you might be wondering, how do I take this day off? What do I do? Well, here's the thing. Read one of the 39 plays or the 154 sonnets that he has written. Watch a movie based off of his work. Do the these and the thous throughout the day. watch or listen to King James DVD commentary on the Bible.
Yeah.
It is beautiful. It's wonderful.
Dude, it was poetic, man.
And you'll learn so much.
I have to do this without looking at the spreadsheet. How many Shakespeare plays can you name?
Oh boy.
I bet you've seen some on here, which is unfortunate.
No, I haven't looked.
Okay.
I mean, Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, Much Ado About Nothing, anything.
Much Ado About Nothing.
I think that might be it. Macbeth.
Macbeth. Really, nothing else. Twelfth Night, King Lear, The Tempest, Othello.
The Tempest. Othello, yeah.
Yeah, you know those?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just curious.
I wouldn't have been able to tell you it was Shakespeare. I just thought it was, everything. Should I assume everything written back then was
Sure.
Shakespeare?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just assume it. We're going to talk about things that you didn't know, whether it be a book, a movie, a show that were inspired by Shakespeare that you didn't realize it at the time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I like it.
So kind of like what Hallmark does with Jane Austen.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, where everything goes back to Jane
These are
Austen
all the
a little
things
bit.
that your English teacher showed you in high school to appear cool to you. That's what this is.
Ooh, I love it.
That's what this list is. I'm just telling you right now.
Very excited. We're going to do that when we get back here on Take the Day Off. We are back,
yeah.
everybody.
We are back.
Welcome.
Hark. Take us the day off.
That's exactly right. Dan, does one come to mind?
The Lion King comes to mind. That's straight out of Shakespeare.
How about that?
Do you not know that?
No.
Yeah, it's straight out of Shakespeare.
Hamlet, says Alice.
Yeah, it's Hamlet. Lion King is the one that always comes to mind when we think of this. But there's so many that are.
For me, it's Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone?
Yeah, it's just like spooky times, which
Like,
is a big Shakespeare thing.
You could say Twilight because that's like Romeo and Juliet with the Montagues and the Capulets, the vampires and the normies. Werewolves. I don't know.
No.
You could make that connection if you wanted
Well, but
to.
it's not exactly like that. The vampires and the normies, the normies didn't know that the vampires existed.
But the Cullens and the everyone else's are kind of supposed to be. They don't like each other, right?
People think the Cullens
The
are
Cullens
weird.
and the werewolves.
But the
vamps-
werewolves not in
the
love.
vamps and the wolves.
But
Werewolves are in love. Team Jared.
Team Jared and Team Edward are going after the
And it's
same
like,
girl.
Cullen's
The
like,
girl's
where
normal.
is Kristen? She went to Jared.
Yes, he went to Jared's. Yes, but it's not the same as Romeo and Juliet because to the normies and the
I'm
vampires.
saying when you said Twilight Zone, if you had said Twilight, I would have been willing to grant it to you. I'm not saying it's a good one. I'm saying I would have been willing to. Twilight Zone makes no sense.
It doesn't, but I'm going to go with it.
Okay.
What do we have here? 10 Things I Hate About You is what a lot of people are saying. What is that
that's
based
Taming
off?
of the Shrew. Yeah, 10 Things I Hate About You is one people
What?
know.
People in the Shrew?
Taming of the Shrew.
What is that?
It's a comedy by Shakespeare.
So 10 Things I Hate About You, what's that about?
I don't remember. It's got Heath Ledger. It's his thing. Alonzo says Strange Brew,
Keith?
which is a Canadian, not Keith, Heath Ledger. Keith's brother.
Bigger
No, yeah.
fan.
Strange Brew, which is a Canadian comedy, which I saw when I was very little, and I don't recall it being like Hamlet, but I don't remember it well enough. I'm sure Alonzo, is right. Why wouldn't? She's the Man is a common one. Is that an Amanda Bynes joint?
Yeah, what's that?
I don't know. Is that Mulan? What is that?
Wait, Mulan was written by Shakespeare? Good Lord.
No, I don't. What is? I don't know.
I wish we would have had Sensibility and Snowman, says Andrea. What's that one? What's that connection? Stuart Little 2 says Tinder Daddy. I have no way of knowing if these are true. I have no way. Stuart Little 2?
She's the Man is a modern adaptation of Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. I've got to look up Stuart Little 2. There's no way that's a thing.
Clueless? A couple of people say Clueless, so we'll go with it. I just have no way of knowing if this
I don't see anything for Stuart Little 2. Somebody got
Tinder
us.
Daddy just went for it, man.
They saw us coming.
I love it. They created Stuart Little, which has no Shakespeare influence. They're getting together in the writer's room for the second Stuart Little. They're like, what do we do with this mouse? Shakespeare.
I love that they're fooling us, though, that they're like just throwing stuff out like Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Shakespeare comparison. This says Clueless is based upon Jane Austen's Emma, not Shakespeare. Emma. But also it says, no, it's Emma. It's Jane Austen. It's not Shakespeare. So whoever said that is incorrect.
Wrong.
Wrong.
Big Business, says Genevieve. What's big business?
I don't know what big business
is. That just like we're doing big business right now? What is that?
Michelle says She's the Man and Romeo and Juliet. I wonder what Romeo and Juliet is based on. Yeah, this is wild.
West Side Story?
Boss, yeah, of course. When you're a jet, West Side Story.
Yeah, I know. You know, with the knives?
The one with the knives. Rena's back there having a conniption fit. The, Boston Mike says Boz Lerman's Romeo and Juliet. First of all, Boston Mike, we got a couple of problems. Problem one, that is just Romeo and Juliet. It's not that people might. This question is that people might not know the title Romeo and Juliet. Boston Mike gives it away. Spoiler alert, it is based upon it. And second of all, and this is going to be an unpopular opinion with Take the Day Off listeners, with Double Deckers, with everyone. Boz Lerman's a hack. He's terrible. I don't like Boz Lerman at all. Great Gatsby with DiCaprio, get out of here. No. Australia, Moulin Rouge, Boz Lerman, just stop making movies. I don't like Boz Lerman. I'm sorry that I had to say it, but Boston Mike, you didn't read the question right, and that's on you. What else?
Strictly Ballroom.
Strictly Ballroom. I don't even know what that is.
It's a Boz movie.
A lot of people are saying 10 Things I Hate About You, and then we got a lot of She's the Man as well, and then a few Lion Kings, but mainly 10 Things I Hate About You and She's the Man, and Stuart Little too.
Isn't She's the Man the Amanda Bynes soccer?
Yeah.
Is she playing soccer?
Yeah.
That's a fun one.
What about Juana Man?
Yes.
It's a movie.
It is a movie, yes.
Was that the 12th night too, or is it just She's the Man?
It's hard to say. Amanda Bynes kind of went off the deep end.
Yeah, what's going on with her?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
She seemed like really with it, and then like suddenly it was like, no.
Gone.
And you hate to see that.
Yeah.
She had such a bright future with She's
future.
the Man.
She's the Man.
We did it, everybody.
Hey.
We'll be back on Monday. We can't wait for that. I'll tell you the Monday question, and it's this. If there was a holiday for your favorite movie/book, what is one event that you would organize to celebrate it?
Wow, that's an in-depth question.
So, movie, book that you love. It's a holiday about it. How do you celebrate? What events are you doing? What are you throwing together? What's the, Christmas tree type?
I love it.
If you think about
I love it.
Yes. We'll do that. We'll take the weekend off. We'll come back. We'll leave you with the haiku, and we will say, take the day off.
Oh, you thought
Son
I'm gone?
of a gun.
I'm never gone. It's Jerry. He's here to stay, baby. Shooting craps at the table, calling double blinds. I'm gonna make me my money. Out of here, Jerry.
Jerry, you're the worst.
Double blinds? What are those? What's a double blind?